player, but in many people's eyes, I think the best player in the world, with all due respect to Thomas Muster, the most complete overall player. Thomas, of course, has done absolute wonders on the clay, including winning in Mexico City. Sampras, 24 years of age, living in Tampa, Florida. And that record this year, 14 wins and 1 defeat, 2 titles, San Jose and Memphis. And the 1 defeat, of course, the surprising defeat by Mark Philippoussis in the 3rd round of the Australian Open. Quarterfinalist in Rotterdam. And you might say, well, hang on, didn't he lose to Tim Henman as well? The answer is no. If you win or lose by default, it doesn't go down in your record. Here's his record at Indian Wells. He's making his 8th appearance and the champion for the last 2 years. Very impressive indeed. But of course, we're all interested to see just how the right foot is. That's what forced him to pull out of Rotterdam for a place in the quarterfinals. Not the ideal start. Sure, people want to sort of ease himself into the contest, just to test out everything, and in particular the foot. Well, that's the serve quickly into gear, 122 miles an hour. Quickly tell you that in one of the unfinished matches of yesterday, Marcelo Rios has just won 7-6, 6-1 over Jonathan Stark. He took the tiebreak 7-3. So Rios will play Voinea later today. Sampras, after the double fault on the first point, looking pretty sharp, pretty impressive. And he held serve in the opening game of the match, 2-15. We'll take a short... Well, he hit the top of the net twice and eventually fell back on the Sampras side. Fernandez levelled that tiebreak, 5-all with Gaudenzi. Ace on the second serve. Sampras looking to move in and to get the big forehand into play. That's a good counter from Joyce. Michael was runner-up in the Wimbledon Junior Championships in 1991 to Thomas Enquist. Had some injury problems since that and some illnesses. Mononucleosis. Well, Sampras thinking that the ball was out on his baseline, but Norm Christ in the chair, not reacting. Yes, a sort of look that says it all, isn't it? 1-all. Garenzi has lost the tiebreak, having been 5-3 up. Furlan has won 4 points in a row to take the tiebreak 7-5. Ivanisevic still up a break on Barria. Sampras a quiet word with the lady line judge. Just checking she's awake, I'm sure. Ivanisevic up 3-2 on and with the break against Barria. Breeze once again beginning to pick up a little bit. It seems to start picking up around about midday every day. It's pretty still when I woke up this morning. Certainly the ground strokes of Sampras appear in the groove, and looks as if he's not suffering any problems at all physically from the foot injury. That's a love game for Sampras. And so far, serve is totally dominating. Just 2 points have gone against it in the first 3 games. Monday. Yes, that's the trouble. If your second serve is to the forehand, if Sampras doesn't have to move for it really, he can let rip. Three break points for Sampras. The defending champion stamps his mark on the match early. Break of serve in the most emphatic of fashions. Lovely backhand down the line to clinch a love break of serve. 3-1. First ace from Sampras. Not a fast one. 92 miles an hour, but I suppose in baseball terms you'd call that a curveball, swinging it out wide. Points in a row now for Sampras. That, I suspect, we could describe as the fast ball. 119. And lovely placement right down the centre. Sampras really cranking things up. 3 love games in a row for Pistol Pete. And he's breezing through this opening set so far. 4 games to 1 to the defending champion. That ends a run of 12 successive points that this man had conceded. Well done, Michael Joyce, when you've been at the receiving end of quite a hammering. 3 straight games, lost every point. Good way of responding. Sampras, though, of course, still has the break of serve and that 4-2 lead. Well, again, the double kiss on the net. And this time it bobbles over. Sampras really winding up the serves. That one at 124 miles an hour. So 4 aces already. Oh, what a cutoff! And Joyce screams one down the line, and still it's not good enough. A great point, wasn't it? It's good return, this. Sampras, terrific volley into the corner. Could have been a fraction deeper, I suppose, but he covered the down the line so well. It wasn't far away, but Norm Chris confirming the call. Sampras continues to hold serve without any problems whatsoever. Sampras lead 5-2 first set.
I'll tell you something. The way this point's going, get comfortable, because we could be here a while. Great. More tennis. Super.
Sampras, nicely ahead in his opening match of the week, a bye and a walkover to take him into the third round. Michael Joyce playing his sixth match of the week, 3 in the qualies, 2 in the main draw. But it's Sampras who leads 5-2. Joyce serving to him with new balls. Yes, slightly short the return, and Joyce punishing it. That's an overrule by Norm Christ. Sampras was walking. He was prepared to concede that one. And that just caught the back edge of the line, off the net. And that just missed the far baseline. So Joyce has won his last 2 service games to love. But his problem is that so far he's only won 2 points against the Sampras serve in the entire match. And one of those was a double fault. And now he's got a break. Tell you that Goran Ivanisevic has just served for the match against Jorge Barrio and lost his serve to 15. 5-all in the second set there now. Ivanisevic won the first 6-4. And it's 2-all in the second set between Furlan and Gaudenzi. Furlan having won the first on the tiebreak. Yeah, that's the trouble. If you run round your backhand, you better make it a good shot, because there's an awful hole you leave in your forehand corner. Sampras takes full advantage, slides that into-out backhand right into the corner. 3 set points. Just 23 minutes it takes Pete Sampras to wrap up the opening set, in which he lost just 2 points on serve. Very comfortable indeed. Assuming Sampras continues this domination, he would play in the quarterfinals either Furlan or Gaudenzi, or Paul Harhaus. Harhaus having a fine win yesterday against Thomas Enquist, 6-4, 6-2. And the way things are shaping up, the only other seed in Sampras' half of the draw is Goran Ivanisevic, who, having lost his serve, serving for the match, now has a break point at 5-all. So there's the first set statistics. Look at that, 12 winners from Sampras. And only 5 unforced errors, but plenty of scope for improvement in his first serve percentages. The one double fault coming on the very first point of the match. Ivanisevic has just broken Barrio, so he's going to serve for the match for a second time. That's 6-5 in the second set. So Sampras, Ivanisevic semi-final, that would be pretty acceptable. That would be a fascinating match. But really the bottom half of the draw is much tougher, because in the bottom half of the draw you've got 6 seeds left. Chang today playing Birch, that's 5th against 12th. Martin against Agassi, that's 3rd against 14th. Correa is playing Ferreira, that's 7th against 9th. And the outsiders there, the 2 unseeded players, Rios playing Guinea. The lovely fluency about the Sampras forehand today. Really is timing the ball well. Of course, with an early departure from Rotterdam last Friday, and the walkover here, he's had almost a week to get into the groove of the demands of outdoor hard. The hard court here is a medium slow court. Ready, go. Yeah, well played, Joyce. Important for him to get off to a good start in the second set, having dropped the first. And he was under a little bit of threat there, wasn't he, at 30-all. But he came through it well. We'll take a short break and be right back.